All right, we've got our first horizon line. Now we're creating our second one just a little bit higher. So now let's make a couple squiggly lines here with our brush up in the sky. We'll play with those later. Now we've got all of our colors. Okay, grab a little bit of your Naples yellow and your yellow ochre, and we're going to just start patting it down below our first horizon line. Really, we're just kind of trying to go from dark to light, from left to right. So we want a little bit of darker color on the left, a little bit of our yellow ochre, and we're going to tap that into our gold, and then move that further and further towards the right with more white. We want to look like there's some texture going on in our foreground between our dark to our light. Then we're going to grab our brush, blend it a little bit. You don't have to blend too much, but you want to indicate that there's a nice flow of dark to light again from left to right of your piece. So that being said, our light source is going to be on the right side. So let's go take our palette knife, blend it a little bit more. You can take your palette knife and flatly line it along and tap from left to right, and also blend all your colors together. Now, we're going to grab our palette knife again, grab a little bit more darkness, indicate that horizon line just a little bit more. Keep cleaning off your tools. Remember to get to the edges of all of your canvas. Make sure that you don't leave any empty spots, because those are always hard to fill in the end. Now it's time to go back to our palette, and we're going to grab a little bit of our blue, and we've got some of our ultramarine. We're going to go pretty dark there on the left side. Just get it all in under that second horizon line. Again, most important thing is that it's darkest on the left side. Keep tapping it on with your palette knife. You're going to grab some more lighter blues and whites, move towards your right. Got some nice big white there on our palette knife. Again, think about that horizon line and work underneath it. We want a little bit of movement in our water, so that's where your palette knife really helps you. Grab a little bit of your lighter blue, cerulean, go between your ultramarine blue and your white, and create some nice texture there. So now it's time to get into our background. So we're going underneath each of these baubles with our our darker blue. See how we are indicating a differentiation between these lines. So now that we've got that darker blue, we're going to now take some white, fill in the space between the horizon line and our clouds. We want that to be our lightest source, because we want it to indicate a light source coming in above our horizon line but below our cloud source. So you're going to keep working that space. I want you to grab a dry brush just like I did here and blend in a circular motion. Take that brush and just keep blending in that circular motion. You see I got a little bit of my my Naples yellow in there, but that's okay. All of our different colors are meant to work together. But I am working with a dry brush here, so maybe a little bit of turpentine, but that circular motion also helps indicate cloud sources in your sky. So I've also now taken a dark light and gone above our clouds. Now I'm re-indicating our horizon line right above that watermark, as you see, and I'm blending up. Now I'm going back above the clouds, and I'm grabbing a nice big chunk of white. I keep going back and forth between underneath and above my cloud source. But again, I'm doing those circular motions with a dry brush. That really creates a nice soft blend, but also movement in your sky, which, let's face it, our Earth is always moving. So it's nice to show that movement in your work, on your canvas, throughout your piece. So I'm getting lighter and lighter as I go above my cloud source. Back. Keep blending. blending, 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 blending. It's just part of the game. So again, you can see we get lighter and lighter and lighter as we go to the top right of our piece and even to the top left. So this is probably my favorite part of the piece. A nice big chunk of white on the edge of your palette knife, and just start throwing it into your clouds. As you see, I'm also making round circular motions over and over and over again into that space. Now we do need to make sure that we don't leave any of our sketch work that we did before. See how I'm also putting a little bit of dark source between those clouds again. I want to really indicate that they are separate entities. I've got my dry brush again, and I am blending, 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 blending. So even though these bodies of clouds move in and out of each other, we do want them to have their own space. That's why they have these nice shadows underneath them that indicate where they are existing in the sky. So let's go back into this other cloud. We are going to blend, 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 blend. Again, you can never have too much white. Grab another big chunk, get it in there, and the top. I like to have the top of my clouds to kind of have a little shine up there. It's a really nice way to let them have some definition in the sky. Again, I'm blending, 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 dry brush. I'm gonna probably go underneath my cloud source just one more time. Yep, with some darkness. I've got some grays in there. This is something that, it really is up to you how dark you want to go with your cloud. I like to sometimes go back and add this dark gray. It's a little bit, tiny bit of black. I like Mars black, but you don't need much of it, but mostly white and tiny bit of black and a little bit of blue usually, because that really does help not create too dark a black. Okay, I'm going back to the rest of my piece, blending. This is where you go back and you find the little spots after you've stepped away from your piece and you think, what is it that I want to fix, change, re-establish? I like to move those colors around while it's all wet, because that's where the beauty is. With oils, they stay wet for a while and you can re-navigate all those shadows. That's the beauty of this medium. So enjoy it, have fun, go back into your piece, think about what you might want to re-indicate. Maybe grab a little bit of a bright color to have a pop. Sometimes you can put some pink into your piece. Love it. Enjoy.